I'm dying to ask, what's going on? Because you just went in for a routine, something totally unrelated.
A former episode, we had touched on the fact that I was at the dermatologist and I was going in for just the hair stuff. I take a pill for making sure my hair doesn't fall out. She's like, "Oh, what are you here for?" And that's what I said. And then she's like, "Do you want me to do a skin check?" I'm like, "Sure." I had just been in 6 months prior.
Yeah.
And this was interesting. She glazed over like some open spaces on my arms and stuff like that. And then she looked at my face and then she walked away, and I kind of brought her back in and I said, "Hey, there is just this one spot that I'd love for you to take a closer look at." And she did, and she looked at it on her little like microscope thing. She came in 3 different times and she's like, "Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to take a little piece of that and send it to the lab." So she did, and sure enough, it came back positive for basal cell carcinoma. The good news is that was not alarming. It's a slow grower, and if gone unchecked, it can create problems, but it was, a quarter of the size of a dime.
Here's the thing, that for me, if I didn't have this experience with you having this happen, and they said that to me, I'd freak. Like, because carcinoma sounds bad.
It does. It's an ugly word.
Yes, horrible.
Yeah.
But I feel like we are hearing more and more friends that are having this happen, like that comes back positive. I've even known a woman I worked with, and it came back a melanoma. Growing up the way that we did, sun worshipers, before we knew that we shouldn't be doing that, like I think it's going to be more and more common. And then the other thing we just learned, because we did a quick little chat, is that the difference between when something is malignant or benign, because mutual friends, we were talking about you, Angela. We were just kind of trying to figure out like what does that mean?
I hope people are talking about it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the whole point of this,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
And we weren't sure if it was, does that mean it's benign or malignant? And it wasn't even, because your basal cell carcinoma came back as what the classification that it was, it's already malignant.
Yeah, which is like a little
weird,
like shape shift in my brain, because when I hear malignant, I always thought that was the bad thing. I'm mixing that up with metastasize, because if something metastasizes, that means it spreads. Malignant is a completely different thing.
Wait, here's what, the way I understand it, is that it already is bad because of what it is. It's not benign where you don't have to do anything at all, where you can leave it alone. You have to do something. It's malignant.
You have to act on it, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
So, and
yes.
maybe you are, yes. So metastasize, yeah, that is something more. Oh, the other thing that we just GPT'd is that the type of basal cell carcinoma, I think this is worth talking about because I didn't know this. Mm-hmm. It isn't the type that would go deeper. It doesn't have the capacity to be something that's...
It's more surface level.
More surface level.
And there is a carcinoma that does it infiltrates a little bit further, but mine was not
squamous.
The squamous.
Right, the squamous. Okay, right.
And I think my dad actually had that, but he had so many cancers before he passed.
He did?
Yeah, he had things removed, and he had different things. But I went last Wednesday to get it taken care of, and they did this thing, get as much as they can out, and hopefully they got it all, but they didn't. So they went to the lab, they brought it back and said, "We have this little speck, we need to get that out." So they did another numbing of the space. They cut it out, and then he stitched me up.
So the whole time you were there, they had you wait to make sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, why is this going to take so long? Because they say plan to spend at least half the day. And so you sit in the room while they go to the lab, and they put the cells underneath the microscope to make sure that all of the perimeter, or they call them the margins, are large enough so that there's nothing left behind.
Got it.
And I didn't feel a thing. It's been a little bit painful, more like a constant bruise. You know, if you touch a bruise, how that feels, that's kind of how it feels. And if I smile or raise my eyebrows a little bit, I can feel it. But yeah, so now it's just a matter of keeping it clean and dressing the wound and keeping it gelled and all this other stuff. And then 6 days later, I'll have my stitches taken out.
Oh, they will take them. Okay.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily dissolvable. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it was funny because he was telling me, he's like, I could go horizontal with the or vertical. He goes, I'll try to do horizontal, but the likelihood is that I'll have to go vertical. And I said, that's okay. And he goes, yeah, and I got to be careful so I don't like lift your eyebrow up too far. And I'm like, you go ahead and do that.
You could lift it a little bit.
I feel like he actually did a little bit.
Bonus!
Because I told him, I said, go ahead and lift it up. That's not a problem for me.
Oh my God, you were so funny.
That's funny. And then the nurse was like, oh, I'm so sorry, you'll have a scar.
Yeah.
And I didn't even ask her. She's like, I'm so sorry, you're probably gonna have a scar. And I said, I really don't care. Like, I grew up, when I was 6, I had a skate go through my lip right here. I've lived with a scar in my face my entire life. Like, it doesn't even faze me. Now I can go into biker bars and be
Oh my God, you're gonna look
badass
for
Angie.
Sure. You're gonna scare bikers.
Because that's where I want to hang out, is the biker bars.
That'll be another episode.
Oh, not really. So
I was going to ask,
yeah.
okay, so do you go back in 6 days and then they remove the stitches, and then do they have to do anything more, or they just do a check to make sure?
They kind of already did their check.
it's more about the wound care at this point.
Okay.
To make sure there's no like infection or anything like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll just be making sure that I take care of staying out of the sun, because it won't heal as well, and then it'll be discolored and all of the other things. And then I think that, yeah, that's it. And she did, it's funny because if you guys have ever seen online, they're silicone pads.
Like facial tape?
Yeah, like facial tape
Oh my
or
God,
something
I'm
like
so
that.
intrigued by facial tape.
I am
Right,
too.
yes.
There's a brand out there. It's got a cute little name and like squishies or something. But she told me to go get those.
I think I know what, okay, keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She told me, once you're healed a little bit, and it'll help with the scar.
Yes.
That's the
Beauty of where we are right now with
all of
the technology and facial products and
Right.
skin technology,
that there's something that's going to
totally alleviate the prominence of the scar, which, I mean, I guess if that's the worst of it.
Yeah, and I was telling my son, I'm like, honestly, I have the side part, and usually I have hair over this, part of my face anyway, if I were to really care about it that
Yeah.
much. Makeup goes a long way
Oh, for sure.
for the amount of times I would care.
I mean,
think
and
about it.
even when you had the Band-Aid last week when we were talking, I didn't even notice until all of a sudden we were sitting here and I'm like, oh my God, you've got a Band-Aid on.
Yeah.
Like you don't notice that. People look at your eyes versus, I mean, obviously.
And your smile.
Yeah.
this is a bigger Band-Aid, but okay.
So
Scare, a little bit of a scare.
a little bit of a scare, but I also, as much as that was a pain in the butt to go through, it's a pain in the butt,
Yeah.
is what it ends up being.
Where did you end up going? Were you afraid of it?
Affiliated.
Oh,
I love affiliated.
And they have a surgery center.
who was the doc?
Dr. Bauman, who
Okay.
was absolutely
Amazing.
lovely. He was so great.
They have the best docs there.
My nurse, she was also exceptional.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so it was a great
Good.
experience for what it was.
If you have to go through it, right?
Yeah, but all that being said, people say, "Oh, what are your regrets in life?" I don't regret any of the time that well, maybe one, the time that I spent in the sun.
That too is another episode.
No,
I
you remember
know,
those?
I know.
I came back
Oh.
from spring break one year, and I was bubbled up with terrible sunburn.
Burn.
It was awful. I was in bed for 2 days. I
Did
was
you get
sunstroke.
poisoning?
Yeah, like it was
Oh.
bad. So I do regret that one, but otherwise, all the others, I'm good with it.
Oh God, we're Gen X. Yes, we're the ones that drank from the hose. We did all the things. We were out until the lights came on. That's when they had the PSA announcement at 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Like that's what we grew up with, and we don't regret much.
No. One of my favorite all-time days is when we were sitting on Fort Myers Beach the entire day in the sun, watching the pelicans dive into the ocean.
Oh, God.
Right?
Like, I would still go do that.
Yeah.
I might change how I do it, but
we'll have a big brim
I'm not
hat.
going to be on the beach.
yeah.
I'm going to the beach.
For sure.
I love the beach.
For
So-
sure. There's something magical about the ocean.
So just be a little bit more cautious,
Yeah.
wear a hat, all those things, but still live large.
For sure.
And I do think the younger generation is, I think they're better about sunscreen than we were. They just are more aware. Well, no one really knew.
No, and the other thing is it's intrinsically in so many products right now. You know,
Yes.
SPF this, it's part of,
Tinted
and you're like,
moisturizer.
oh, well, if I'm going to get that, I'll sure
Yeah.
bring it, you
Yeah.
know? Oh, and you know what? Just while we're on the subject, because I know that it is a jungle out there when it comes to choosing which sunscreen you're using. And the biggest thing for me is always that sticky tacky feeling. You know, nobody wants that. I love the Ultra Sheer by Neutrogena, but I always use the lotion because it just dissolves away. Like you don't feel it.
Okay. That's
And-
good. Public service announcement.
Neutrogena, it's in a tube and it's great.
So do you have one that you use? Okay, you turned me on to a guy. Now we're getting into products. This is my favorite thing,
Yeah.
my favorite topic.
Yeah.
La Roche-Posay.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Sunscreen, amazing facial products.
But Dr. Gross, all those products that you had given me as
Oh,
a
yeah.
Christmas gift, I ended up getting his.
Sunscreen at Nordstrom.
It's really
Light, like you said.
not tacky. It's got a little bit of a white cast,
But it just dissolves right away.
and if it's got that heavy white cast, that to me means it's
Physical block. It dissolves quickly. Yeah, but that's one of my favorites. Oh my God, we should be talking about the flowers, like the sunflowers.
Oh, yeah.
Insane. Yeah, I'm blown away that those sunflowers came from seed.
Those were little seeds on my kitchen counter.
How? Like, I absolutely love this color.
Those are called Chianti.
I'm obsessed with the texture. They're so beautiful.